I'm Daniel Kraft, CEO of NewsGator, and I'm here today with Patrick Hoffstetter, who's the Chief Digital Officer of Renault. Thanks a lot for taking the time.
Thank you.
I'm really excited to have you here. And well, since we're here at Renault, I'd like to learn, first of all, about how did you arrive at this wonderful company, and what made you make this move to be the head of digital activities?
What I found interesting at that time was the fact that back 2 or 3 years ago, there was definitely a commitment from the general management to recognize the importance, the strategic importance of digital, and also the importance to accelerate and to move forward. Thus the creation of the digital factory, and also the means behind that, not only in central but also locally in our different markets. And I found that in terms of challenge it was quite interesting to see that how you will be able to move along with the whole company transformation. Because sometimes by digital we tend to focus digital on purely marketing or communication aspect, whereas what is very striking in our industry is that digital is actually transforming nearly the whole company. Obviously from a B2B, a B2E business to employee perspective, of course, and we're going to come back to that, but also from a B2C perspective, because it's really the whole purchase funnel which is being transformed through digital.
I noticed that you make a big push with electric cars, and personally super interested in the most sustainable way of transport. Can you share a little bit about the whole impact on the digital economy, the social activities, and the innovation that absolutely went into this series of new products? Tell me a little bit more about the Z line and what we can expect there.
The main difficulty when you're launching EV is that you're not just launching another model, another car. You first need to actually sell the EV concept, where there's still a lot of questions. It's still pretty new for the consumer. So you've got upstream a huge task in terms of pedagogy and trying to explain the whole EV concept to your consumers. And also for that we need to try to find new partners to help us on that, both at the global level and at local level.
So how do you communicate? Are you having like centralized communication, or are you involving the employees? I mean, you have the believers of that in the company. How is that perceived in the workforce that you're going with EV cars now?
So when we launched our internal social network last year, we actually got a lot of communities dedicated to EV cars, to EV car in general, to Twizy, to Zoe, or to some more like specific issues regarding infrastructure or sustainability or things like that. And all the different social tools, internal social tools that we've been developing for the past 18 to 24 months were really helpful to really engage our internal employees on that.
Tell me a little bit about what does social do for you in Renault? What is the driver that motivates you to make such investment, both in terms of time and money, and also engaging with the employees in a whole new world?
And the point is that because the company is so big and so international, and also because of the pressure of the market, where everything is going so quickly now, you need to be able to find tools that enables a much quicker and a much lighter communication. So instead of exploding the mailbox of each employee, things like internal social network are a way to simplify and accelerate internal communication. But then, in addition to that, it's not just a new type of email. It's also a new way of managing people, so to speak, and also a new way of bringing innovation in the company.
Tell me more about the innovation case.
Well, with innovation, as you may know, innovation is definitely a key part of the DNA of Renault. That's actually how Renault started. I know throughout the century, Renault has always been very proactive in terms of innovation. In the car industry, it's one of the company, one of the brand who has been creating the most innovation, brevets, and so on. So leveraging on that, already the field, so to speak, was there. But with social networks, for example, that enables to change the process, going from a very traditional way of working on innovation, where you have got dedicated team working on innovation, and I would say a process and management system quite hierarchic, to something much more fluid, where actually any employee in the company can bring innovation in a very easy way. For example, every 2 or 3 months, we are launching specific campaigns to all or part of the employees, asking them for ideas on whatever whatever topics. And through the tool, it's pretty easy to, one, communicate to those people, and secondly, bring back the content. And with the strength of having 120,000 employees, that means that obviously not all ideas are either good or operational, but you get a good chance by sorting all the different ideas that come back to you to find some key concept or key ideas.
What has been your experience in getting the adoption of this new way of communicating, this new way of collaborating, and that more social way of getting your job done? How has adoption been for you, and what is the experience you have of that?
What was really striking to me, that actually in terms of usage, so we launched that back in June 2012, and after 6 months we had already over 10,000 who used the social network, over 2,000 who were coming back every day on the tool, nearly 1,000 communities created. And the first interesting aspect, that in terms of type of departments, actually I was expecting, marketing, sales, communication department to be the first one to jump on it. And actually the first one to jump on it was, people from engineering and people from manufacturing, because this collaboration spirit, I would say, is part of the DNA of manufacturing and engineering, and with the tool we're just facilitating and accelerating this aspect. The second point, which was quite interesting, is that very quickly the whole international aspect in terms of cross-country communication came quite quickly, which was good, because that was one of the main purpose, because the two main purposes were really acceleration in terms of breaking the walls of a very quite silo organization, and two, accelerate the internationalization of the company. And I had some quite interesting experience where, for example, a few months ago I went to Sandouville in Normandy, which was one of our biggest plant in France, and at the coffee break I was discussing with one person in charge of a specific team in the factory, who was telling me, well, it's great that we have got this My Déclic, which is the name of this internal social network, because yesterday I was discussing some issues with my counterpart in Argentina. So suddenly, out of a small village down in the heart of Normandy, you have got a direct connection, worldwide connection with other counterpart and other experts throughout the world. And that's where, obviously, from a company point of view, we're really maximizing the outcome in terms of creativity and in terms of productivity.
So would you say that the social is making you a better company?
I truly believe that social is making you a better company. The only thing, for the 2 or 3 year mark on that is that, one, first you need to be very clear on what you are expecting from social, and as I'm always saying, technology was, is, and will always be just a tool. So the key thing is first to make sure that, one, you have got the right strategy, and two, making sure that you have got the commitment and the willingness at the management level. And the second thing is that you in terms of expectation, social can't solve everything. So again, for me, it's not necessarily a target, an objective. It's a way to, with many others, a way to transform your company, the way to transform the way you are managing the people, and the way to accelerate all the necessary changes that the car industry is currently facing.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you so much.